am just a woman who has a fashion business and wants to keep having a fashion business even into the future years because everything is expensive. It's actually insane. Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. My name is Priscilla and this is Kim Dave. In this video, I'm going to be sharing some tips that I think will come in very handy for anyone like me who has a fashion business and wants to survive the looming recession. These are tips that I have picked up from my accountant, my partner, people who are really good with number, and people who really understand like what is going on with the economy at the moment. In the UK, things have gotten really expensive, and I honestly think it's a global issue. For the UK, I think it's a combination of the Rona, the war in Ukraine, and Brexit. Those three things have just created a situation in the economy that is not very palatable at the moment. Now, I'm not a finance guru. I am not someone who works in like tech or accounting or anything. I am just a woman who has a fashion business and wants to keep having a fashion business even into the future years. So I'm going to be sharing these tips that I've learned, and I hope you guys would find them useful. If you do enjoy this video, do give it a thumbs up. And with that being said, let's jump straight into the video. First off, I would say now more than ever, it should be a time where you learn and inform yourself on what is going on in your country, what is going on in your industry, so you're able to make better decisions for yourself and for your business, and you just know you are protected because you are informed. Speaking of learning and being informed, I have partnered up with 3 other female fashion business owners, and we're actually going to be having a virtual webinar on the 12th of November. In this webinar, we're going to be covering topics such as the one I'm talking about in this video. Is this a good time to start a fashion business? How do you manage your expenses, manage your costs, becoming more profitable, finding paying customers, so on and so forth. 3 women who are doing so amazing in their own space. Choma, who is from The Only Choma. If you guys follow me on Instagram, you would have already seen that we actually met up earlier this year. She is such a clever, smart, and a beautiful personality. She's going to be one of the guest speakers. Another guest speaker is Style by Reme, who is a fellow YouTuber here on YouTube. Reme is killing it. Like, I feel so proud whenever I see her videos and they're performing so well on YouTube, on Instagram. Reme is going to be speaking at this webinar as well. And thirdly, and definitely not lastly, is Joy from Mayrush Online. Mayrush Online is a women's wear brand that stocks the most stunning Ankara pieces, from dresses, shirts, shorts, gowns. Just think of it. Mayrush does it, and she has grown a successful business with over 100,000 followers on Instagram. These 3 women are going to be sharing their gems. I'm going to be hosting them, so I'm basically just going to be learning as well with you guys. Link to the ticket is going to be down below for anyone who wants to join us on the day, and you get to ask your own questions as well if you're someone who decides to join us. Next up is to find ways to minimize your expenses and running costs. Because things have gotten so expensive, like my subscriptions, my accountancy fee, even fabrics, everything has gotten like an additional 20 to 30% increase that I can visibly see right now. You want to think of ways to cut down expenses that you either don't need or you can find a more affordable option for. So an example is maybe you have apps on your phone, you have multiple editing apps for pictures and videos. You can just choose the one and cancel all the other subscriptions. That way you save up that extra money that would have been going out of your account every single month. If you're someone who would normally just buy 5 meters of fabrics and you just want to save to be enough, actually calculate how much fabric you need before you go to the market to buy your fabrics. All these little things that you think they don't really add up though, by the time you do them consciously and intentionally, you're able to minimize how much money you spend on your expenses, and you're able to save up money for yourself, for your brand, that you can then put into other projects that would make you money in the meantime. Tip number 3 is to think of ways that you can split expenses and costs with another creative, another designer who is in your industry or an industry complementary to yours. Say for example, you want to buy a new camera that is, I don't know, £500. You and someone else who does, maybe you do clothing and the person does jewelry, you guys can now decide, you know what, let's put money together and buy this camera, so that way you are not coughing up the £500 yourself, but you're able to split it up with somebody else who would also enjoy using this product or service without each of you having to buy it separately. I don't know if that makes sense. Or if you know someone who has an industrial machine and you want to get one but you're not quite ready to get one yet, you can speak to the person and make an arrangement where you can go into their studio and use your industrial machine, and you pay them like a fraction of the fee of buying that machine yourself. That way you're able to, make your products meet your clients' demands without having to spend the money for buying the machine yourself. So it's kind of like a win-win for both parties involved. I would say this is also a great time to look through your data. This video came from looking through my data with my partner over we just looked through all of the views from videos, products from the past. So we're able to identify what performed well, why it performed well, and how we can replicate that success in the future. So look through all of the products you have, look through all of the service you provide, find out what people really enjoy, and see if you can recreate that in the future. Also, you would want to identify products that are not working well, are not selling, understand why they are not selling. If there is a way you can tweak the design of the piece so you are still able to sell it and it doesn't just end up as dead stock in your storage, try and think of that as well. This is one of those times that you definitely want to start thinking of ways, okay, how can I make extra cash? How can I make extra money? Because you will need that extra cash to pay for the addition on every single thing that you are going to be paying for, because everything is expensive. It's actually insane. Finally, I would say to speak to your accountant or someone who is good with numbers. I say having that conversation is going to help you better understand the times, what is going on, and would help you find ways that you can save for your business, whether that is expenses, whether that is canceling subscriptions, whether that is, offering product options to your customers at a price that you're happy with and would make you money to keep the cash flow running. Just speak to someone who is really good with numbers and who understands your business and who has your best interest, so they're able to give you good advice. I think that is going to come in very, very handy and very useful. I hope you guys enjoyed this quick video. This is something that I was trying to decide if I wanted to do or not, but I, as a fashion business owner, I have appreciated watching this type of videos in the last couple of weeks. So I thought it would be useful to share my opinion and thoughts with you guys. If there are any other tips that you guys think we would find useful, please share them in the comment section down below. Whether you're a fashion business owner, you're an accountant, you're someone who works in finance, who works in the government, please let us know, because information is power, knowledge is power, and that way we're able to make better choices going into the new year and future years ahead. If you did enjoy this video, give it a thumbs up, and until next time, thank you so much for watching. My name is Priscilla and this is Kim Dave, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.